Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Lord of the Rings, the Third Age walkthrough. We are smack dab in the middle of the Pelennor Fields, and we've got a lot of stuff to kill, let me tell you right now. Lots of orcs, mostly orcs. Some dudes though. Here's a prime example of 3 dudes. Oh man. I've had a bit of pop. Quite a bit. Or soda, I think it's actually called. Or more commonly called. I call it pop, because I'm a bad. Anyways, alright, what do we got here? A couple of dudes with the, oh man, yeah, alright, so we got the Lancer guy here on the right-hand side doing the black shield, which is so annoying. You know, if you want to, or feel like you need to, you can bring Aodin in here. Perfect example. Speak of the devil. And he's got that really nice multi-target dispel, not dispel, sorry, dispel. And we'll just wipe that black shield right off there. To be honest, does it really make that big of a difference? No. I probably could have just blown these guys apart with, you know, whatever, and then healed up afterwards, but you know what? I figured, being that we've got Aodin and he's the perfect, you know, counter to those type of buffs, well, I may as well use him. Great thing again is his dispel anyway, his multi-target one is, you know, you don't even need to learn it. He knows it right off the bat, so it's not like you even have to put any amount of time into him to get that ability. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna finish that guy off. Not too big of a deal. Obviously, immune to paralyzing wound there, unfortunately. I believe maybe they can be silenced? I'm not 100% sure on that, though. I don't remember. I did, I don't know if it was, I think it was 2 videos back. I did, actually examined one of those guys to see what they were immune to. Although, who knows? By now, they could have changed. They like to kind of change things up. I see every once in a while with these characters' immunity, or the enemy immunities. You think you're fighting one thing and you realize, oh no, it's some upgraded thing that's immune to all the fun tricks. So you kind of gotta, I guess, just feel them out, I suppose, as you go. Alright, so anyways, the guy on the right here, I'm betting he can be, yep, I bet we'll paralyze him. Bingo, yep, and that's gonna land. The troll on the left, though, unfortunately, again, I don't believe he can be, taken advantage of. Stun immune, root, sleep, bind melee, range, spirit, and slow, all immune. So yeah, there's nothing we can do about these guys. Elite troll captain, directed by the Witch King. Okay, cool. Anyways, my suggestion, as always, bring Berethor in. Unless you can somehow miraculously just straight up one-shot them, which is, you know, obviously highly unlikely. But anyways, get that stand fast going, and that will make us immune to this little beauty here, Thunder Hammer. Alright, so it looks like Berethor's new sword, it has the biting blade effect on it as well, so that is going to come in quite handy here at the end of the game. Alright, so this guy can be stunned, root, sleep, bind melee, as well as, boy, you can just do everything to these poor guys. Elite Easterling warrior. Alright. So yeah, pick whatever you want to do to keep them under control, whether it be sleep arrow, paralyzing, you know, crippling, literally anything you want. Suffocate evil, fear. Anyways. Alright, looks like I'm gonna keep that guy paralyzed while we take care of his tall buddy alongside him. Oh, okay. Or I guess we'll just kill him with Wheel of Fire. That works too. Yeah, why not? Hjorn Pollen, I don't know. Again, not really worth stealing in my opinion. Excuse me. Clunk. We'll take that health back. It's almost like it's actually counterproductive for them to even attack. Kind of sad. Wow. Alright, so I'm surprised that Barathor landed everything. That may be his level. You know, he just might have enough dexterity at this point from just leveling up to be able to land everything now. I know in my original playthrough I was having a lot of problems with literally pretty much everybody's melee attacks at this point. I just didn't have the dexterity to land anything. Here, yep, I believe we want to go to this right area here. If I remember correctly, there's another little, I don't know, couple of fights as well as some treasures back here. Yeah, so you've got a little bow guy hanging out above. What is he standing on there? Is this a ballista? A ballista or a trebuchet? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. I'm horrible with pronunciations. Anyways, I'm sure going to assume that you can't hit that guy with a melee attack, so you're going to have to resort to either Elagast or some sort of spirit power. I don't know. It looks like I'm just going to buff up here, take a... yeah, there we go. Okay, never mind. We're just going to kill everything off with Wheel of Fire, as usual. Okay, so now, is that spelt differently now? Strike of Ruhn? R-H-U-N? And earlier it was R-U-H-N? I don't know, that's a thought. I should check now a couple of videos back. I'm pretty sure they misspelled it there. Picky, 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 this one. Alright, what do we get there? A couple of pieces of gear for Hadhod, and there is a treasure hanging out back here. I don't think there's anything in this as far as gear. Oh, I lied. I'm completely wrong. Oh my gosh, yeah, 2 pieces of gear. Awesome. Oh, that's a pleasant surprise. Alright, let's find out here. What do we got? Brooch of Spirit Warding. 16 speed, 14 spirit. That is insane, except... Ooh, gosh, the armor on that is insane, too. That's tempting, actually. I think my dexterity was high enough that I could probably afford to get rid of this piece. And that's resistant to shadow. This is resistant to all the elements, other than shadow, unfortunately. Boy, that's a tough one. Yeah, looks like we're going with it. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I felt like my dexterity was good enough there. And here, I would sure suspect we'll end up equipping this resistant to slash pierce blunt, and it's got really good stats. Yeah, it's a slight increase over what we're wearing. This has got dexterity though instead of con, which in all honesty didn't really matter. That was not a... those were not stats that I really cared about either way, but again, with the little bit of extra spirit as well as speed, that was what we were gonna go with. Still equipping that old helmet out of Moria, which I love. It's so good. It looks so cool. Alright, what are we doing here? Was that it? Was that all of our fun equipment? Oh, lame. Okay. Alright, well, moving on. Oh my gosh, look at that spirit. 278. I think that's more than Idril at this point. That's so crazy. Anyways, if it wasn't obvious already, we are coming up on the Mumakil, or Olifants, whatever you want to call them. I think this is the first battle. Yep, here we are. Okay, so, boy, I don't know. Possibly the toughest enemies in the game. Reason being, okay, so number one, you have to know that they use an ability called Stomp. Stomp is a multi-target ability. Actually, I believe, no, sorry, almost everything they do is multi-target. I think actually they only have one single target ability. Anyway, Stomp is a multi-target stun. So, And they will use it unless you use Paralyzing Shot, which unfortunately will wear off, though. So, biggest recommendation here is to get Stand Fast going on your characters. You don't want that Paralyzing Shot to wear off and then let them have the ability to start using Stomp again, because that can end your game. They can literally stun lock you. So what they'll do is, if you get unlucky, they'll just Stomp over and over and over. Otherwise, they'll Stomp and then throw one stupid ability in between and then Stomp you again. Anyways, again, get that Stand Fast up, and then after that, get yourself buffed up. Get haste going, and then start with the debuffs. That's probably the biggest, or the best strategy for taking these guys on. Again, that any paralyzing ability is actually really nice for these guys. Not only does it block their Stomp, but they've also got another ability that will do quite a bit, and that's what I was saying earlier. They have a single target ability. It takes a ton of, it hits really hard. And it takes away your AP as well. So not just your, health, but it'll do AP damage as well. I think it's like Sweeping Tusks or something like that. But here, okay, so immune to stun, bind. So it can be bind melee, and you can apparently silence it as well, because it says it's not immune to bind spirit. I think they've got a. I think it's technically a spirit power, maybe their breath attack. I'm not 100% sure though on that. And so that might be a good idea. I guess maybe we'll find out here. Unfortunately though, much like Paralyzing Shot or Paralyzing Wounds, that will not last forever. So you guys got to keep on top of that. Just make sure that that it's gonna fall off eventually. So reapply as necessary to keep yourself protected. Obviously, I'm gonna toss up the Mountain Shield there, and that will also help keep us protected throughout the rest of this fight. Yeah, here we go. So here we're gonna start getting the haste out, and I should have done this much earlier. It's actually after Stand Fast, I'd say that's what you should concentrate on. Well, I guess paralyzing, any sort of paralyzation is a good ability to get off first. But then, anyway, start hasting yourselves up. Get that turn of advantage going. Yep, and here you go. He's unfortunately immune to any sort of crippling abilities. Excuse me. Immune to fear. He's going to be immune to Suffocate Evil as well as Fangorn Roots. Anyways, so these things have a ton of health, just a ton of health. And to be honest here, I'm gonna shred the. I would say I shred them down pretty quickly. But that being said, the first playthrough these took significantly longer. I would bet you'll be spending around 15-ish minutes or so on each of these. And then eventually we're going to run into a fight where we have to fight two at the same time. And that one is an absolute nightmare. There's the Sweeping Tusks. Yep, it took all of his AP away. That being said, if you don't want to use Paralyzing Shot, which I would recommend keeping him paralyzed. Just to avoid Sweeping Tusks as well as Stomp. Those are, Sweeping Tusk is obviously annoying because of the fact that it takes away your AP. Otherwise, you could, if you really wanted or had enough of them, to use Arnor Mushrooms. You could use them on this fight. That wouldn't be the worst idea ever. That'll make it so that your abilities cost 0 AP. So that's an option. The problem, though, is you're still going to be dealing with his Stomp ability. So, I don't know. As long as you've got Stand Fast up, that's okay, but I don't know what kind of damage Stomp is going to do to your characters, though, either. So that's a relative unknown, I suppose I would say. I guess I don't really remember its damage being, real fantastic or, very dangerous, but at the same time, it is multi-target, so I don't know. probably best just to keep him paralyzed, I suppose. I'm not sure what if my plan was to, you know, try to get a bunch of wounds on this guy or not. I kind of felt like, oh gosh, and now I don't remember if he was weak to anything specific. Piercing actually stands out. So Elagos abilities, or especially True Shot. True Shot is huge against this guy. Honestly, if you've got that, I would recommend spamming the crap out of that. It's just, it does really, really good damage, and you know, again, that it exploits its weakness to piercing type abilities. I suppose Aodin's spear, I believe, is technically a piercing weapon as well. So I guess his if you've worked on his spearcraft, which I've recommended against the entire game, you could do that. Ooh, wow, that Haradrim volley is kind of nasty. Wow, yeah, that was pretty brutal. But let's just drain health that back. If you've got steel health, you could, you know, make use of that as well, especially if you don't have these ancient spirit stones of spirit enhancement, which you know, by all rights I shouldn't be using anyway, but you know, unfortunately I forgot to take them off for this, or when I took the footage of this, which again, pretty lame. I don't know, I was really disappointed in myself that I didn't take those off. I guess really at the end of the day, the only thing it really does is cut down the speed of these, or cuts down the duration of these battles. I mean, you know, essentially the strategy stays the same. It's just you're dealing more damage, so again it cuts down the duration of the fight, which is okay, I guess. It's not the worst thing ever. Anyways, we'll get into some more of the fun stuff. I guess this was just kind of a, yeah, I don't know, that one went down okay. I feel like I did some more like fun combos, I suppose, on the fight where there was two of them. And so maybe we'll try to, once we get there, I'll actually try to, you know, chat about what was going down there and how I handled the fight differently. As it is, it's quite a bit different, or it goes down a little bit different. Anyways, we've got a save point here. Definitely take advantage of that.
I will kill you if you touch him.
God, that scene was so well done. But here he is. Here is the Witch King. All right, nice. He starts out with a fear, which is fantastic. We like to have our guys feared, right? Just kidding. If you've got silence, if I remember right, you can stick silence on him. Oh, maybe not. That's okay. No, it says he can be slowed though. Oh, that's so lame. That's so lame. Okay, maybe you can't silence him. It says bind spirit immune, so that would sure make me think that you can't. But I guess we'll find out here. I don't know if well, hopefully I at least tried. But Eowyn is, God, I hate to say it, but she is just worthless. I really do. That's a shame. I don't know why they made her so weak here, but she just doesn't help out at all. She's essentially a waste of a turn. I guess I shouldn't say that. She's a 4th member, so, you know, any damage that she adds is extra damage. Anyway, okay, so we have 3rd Age Rohirric Silver Battle Axe. I believe that thing is garbage, but we will find out after the fight. Oh yeah, so I just what I did here was I went through all of her abilities just so that you could see them. There's nothing really fancy other than she appears to have the same combos as Barithor, if I remember right anyway. Or maybe I should say they're at least similar. But anyways, again, I don't know, her damage just felt so bad. I guess you can use, like, you know, a Company Might would help her out a little bit, but, you know, I just don't know that it was even worth it. Anyways, alright, let's get back to it here. I believe he counterattacks everything. I'm trying to think if there was a... Oh, gosh, yeah, okay, so... In a little bit here, we'll show a very interesting use of, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, yep, that's Icthalion Wrath right there. Yeah, and what was it, her Brave Strike or whatever was basically, Guardian Strike, right? I think, anyway. Lost track, so, a real neat use of the ability of Morwyn's there in her Thiefcraft tree, her Cloak of the Plains. 25k experience, that's right. Okay, so I have to apologize right now. This battle ends up taking a bit longer because I believe I had Morwyn steal EXP the entire fight. I don't know if it was really worth the time, but you know. Okay, so Edoras Wrath is basically rampage. She even uses her shield like Barithor does. Anyways, I steal EXP the entire time. This is, I think, the most experience that you can steal from an enemy in the game. I could be wrong on that, but I vaguely remember that being the case. So, you know, while we're here, I figured why not take advantage of it. Big whiff. How did I know that was going to happen? So, yes, anyways, the Witch King literally counterattacks everything other than spirit abilities. Sorry, let me backtrack. He counters any melee type ability. Elagast is completely fine, and any spirit powers he will not counterattack. So, another, you know, really good reason to use spirit powers. Look at this. He even counterattacks Steam Experience because you know, it's technically flagged as a melee type ability. An interesting thing, though, you can use Cloak of the Plains, and he will not be able to counterattack. So that is actually a very good way to keep Morwyn safe, as well as obviously shields from Hadhod, which again always a recommendation. You know, just like any major boss, I would say using like a Morgul Decay would be a fairly good idea here. In all honesty, I don't even know how much armor he has, but we've got so many Morgul Decays at this point, and we're so close to the end of the game that you can really get liberal with your use. And here he fears Eowyn, which was actually perfect. I did not mind that at all. Now I don't have to skip her turn. Because again, best case scenario, she does like, what, 2.5k damage right now? Now, I didn't use Company Might to buff her up at all, and, you know, I didn't use any sort of armor reduction abilities on the Witch King, and that probably would have helped her do a bit more damage, but I just didn't, I didn't care that much about her damage. Anyways, looks like we're stacking up the damage over time abilities on him now, which always a good idea, I feel. Well, I guess maybe not always. I guess if you're if we're taking on orcs from a region, it's probably not necessary, right? Yeah. Boom, boom, miss. All right. Definitely a good idea, and I don't remember if I actually applied it or not, but Flash Arrow, great ability, as well as Piercing Might. You know, really, literally any kind of debuff that you can land on this guy, you're going to want to use. I mean, that really just goes for, I mean, it's nothing new. All the bosses, the Mummic kills or whatever, you know, the Oliphants, really any major enemy that's kind of dangerous like that has a ton of health, you know, get the debuff stacked on them. If you can reduce their damage, reduce their accuracy, so on and so forth, it's just a good idea. I suppose maybe a damage shield here wouldn't be so bad. Hadhod's devastating shield, but I don't know. That's a tough sell. I just don't know if that's useful or not. But here you go. So here's Cloak of the Plains, and this is going to protect her from counterattacks. You know, I don't know. It's a good. I feel like it's a good use of it. The tough thing with it is that it's so expensive AP wise. You'll need to, you know, either find some way to restore her AP using Barathor's Fellowship Grace, or I mean, I guess items if you want. The good thing is I taught her the Lightcraft abilities. And so she actually can drain AP from the target, which is, you know, not so bad. But you know, again, it's a kind of a cool way to get around the whole counterattacking issue. Stacking some more damage over time effects on him. Otherwise, gosh, I guess I don't really know why I didn't bring it up earlier, but I mean, you know, if you don't really want to just debuff the crap out of him, or you know, you're worried about his damage or something, you can just use Cripple, you know, the entire time. He'll never get a turn, which is, it's so crazy that you can even do that with this guy. Look how far back that pushed his turn. It's crazy. Obviously, he's going to counterattack like a Gimli, or sorry, Gimli. I was gonna say Gimli. Yep. Hadhod's crippling smash. He'll try to counter that, but Elagos, he won't counter his crippling. And in all honesty, his Elagos' crippling shot is even more useful anyway. So you know, that might be just somebody that you want to keep in this fight the entire time, just to cripple over and over. You know, again, it's more useful. It you know, deals some damage other than, I mean, because the crummy thing here, what I'm doing is using the crippling out of the Shadowcraft tree, and unfortunately that doesn't do any damage. So at least if you're crippling him with Elagos over and over, he will you know, at least take some damage. So there's that. Anyways, I believe he is weak against Lightcraft, so we will start to take advantage of that. And I think I've got all the damage over time abilities that I really care about stuck on him now. So we should be rolling in the damage here pretty soon. I don't remember if I took a turn with Aodin or not. I kind of feel like I may have forgotten. But oh well. To be honest, Aodin is actually super overpowered. That guy is insane. His spirit powers are just nuts. Especially scatter health. That ability is just crazy. And then along with his passives, I mean, he regenerates like health and AP every turn. And he even has his final AP ability, or sorry, his final spirit power is like leech essence or something like that, and it drains the target of health and AP. So it's just, he's just crazy. He's just absolutely nuts. But I didn't use him very much. I didn't use him because I feel like he's OP. I just didn't use him because I like the other characters more, frankly. So you know, I don't know. He's just crazy. He's nuts. And actually I haven't brought this up, but his final passive is pretty broken too. He converts any damage that he takes from spirit powers into AP. So, you know, unfortunately, I believe he has to be level 99 to get it. So, you know, the chances that you're going to get it in a regular game are slim to none. But, you know, if you really work your butt off, you can get it. To be honest, I don't think I've ever leveled him to 99, so I've never actually seen him use it. But, you know, I guess I can only imagine. And there's plenty of enemies using spirit powers throughout the game, so it's not like, you know, it wouldn't get used. But, oh, did I use it? Yeah, I think I did. I applied that to him, didn't I? I don't know how, he's got so many debuffs on him now. Hopefully I go back into the debuff screen to check them all, but, yeah, if I remember right, I just did all kinds of crazy stuff to him. Poor Witch King. Flash arrow, do it! I should have put that on almost right away. But I didn't, for whatever reason. I guess I didn't really need it. But, yeah, that'll, that will help, you know, get, sorry, that'll help, avoid his counterattack damage. Put that Cloak of Flames back on. Sorry, Cloak of the Plains, wow. Cloak of Flames. What is this, EverQuest? Alright. Wonder how close, he's gotta be getting kinda close now. I think I realized finally that he was getting towards the end of the fight, and, oh, what? No way, he's got a ton of health left. Well, at some point here, I know I start really laying into him with the Lightcraft, so once that starts to happen, it'll go much quicker. But yeah, I forgot how long this battle took, and the reason for that was obviously one person stealing the XP the entire time. Blinding light. And to be honest, I don't know. In hindsight, I'm not so sure that that's a great way to go about leveling her anyway. Or what I mean is, yeah, that's great because she gets a ton of experience, but nobody else benefits from that. So, you know, I guess if you really like Morrowind or something, I guess go ahead. But you know, I don't know. And especially if she's lagging behind everybody else, then sure. Then it makes sense, but you know, again, that only applies to her. So, unfortunately, I guess that would it could not only catch her up, but she would surpass everybody else, and you know, you just really wouldn't get as much benefit, I suppose, as if you were just you know, fighting enemies regularly. You know, the Ministerial Throne Room is a fairly decent area to level in. I don't know that I've really done much leveling here in the Pelennor Fields, although I suspect it should be decent as well. I mean, it's similar enemies, and they're technically, or they should be higher level. But again, I don't really remember. Maybe we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for any. Actually, I don't know if I got into many random encounters, so maybe we won't be able to really check that. Huh. Well, I guess we'll see. Anyways, I could have swore I used Flames of Ruin at the end or at the start of the fight, so I wonder if that actually fell off. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wow, he's got 10 debuffs on him right now. So, I guess the other really good thing about this spirit style of battle is that we're avoiding a ton of counterattacks. We'll see. I'm surprised I bothered using crippling there. He must have been about to get a turn finally. Otherwise, I don't really know why I would have done that. Alright, Idriel's in. 33k. That's not bad. Isn't Barathor doing right around 33k? Now I want to see. Yeah, do it, do it, do it. Oh, 34. Wow. Okay, so Barathor is actually beating Idriel in spirit damage. They both have an ancient spirit stone of spirit enhancement equipped, so he must just have so much more spirit than her. That's crazy. Oh, she's even got a passive helping her out. That is nuts. Huh. Yeah, wow, that's... I guess that goes to show you. Barathor with a bunch of spirit. And they're similar levels. I don't know. I guess I would assume that they're not the exact same levels, but that's crazy. Crazy cool. Oh, was that it? Yep, finally.
No man can kill me.
I am no man.
Alright, Witch King, game over for you, buddy. And Morrowind games. 1, 2, only 2 levels. Although she got 4 times the amount of experience that everybody else got. So there you go, 794,000 experience. That's pretty impressive. And Morrowind gets a new helmet, and there is a new spear for Aiden.
Eomer is trapped by the orcs.
That orc creature rallies his force one final time.
Eomer is now King of Rohan. He must be saved. Hold, my friend. I come to your aid this time.
Oh, we were riding to Ruin. I thought it was riding for Ruin. Anyway. Alright. Oh, what are we doing here? This is kind of morbid. Inspecting the king's body here, right? Is that what we're doing? I don't know. Does it look like him? Kinda. Anyways. Let's move on. I think it may not be a bad idea to go back and save your game. Because I believe we've got another Mumakil or Oliphant fight after this. Here's the Rohirric Silver Battle Axe. This is garbage. So that's the one that we just stole from the Witch King. And unfortunately it's garbage. Yeah, look at that. Our current axe is better. That's so weird. Like, why? Why would you not make it at least a little bit better? Eh, whatever. Alright. Helm of the Great Hall. Oh, what else we got here? And here is, in my opinion, Aiden's best spear in the game. 2 dex, 2 speed, 9 spirit. And I believe that one's got Biting Blade. I'm not 100% sure on that, but whatever. Again, I love those stats. I absolutely love them. There it is. Actually, it looks really similar to the one that we were equipped with already. Except it looks like, what was it, a silver blade instead of like a gold. Alright, 200 and... Yeah, he doesn't have that much more spirit. It's about, well, I guess 40. 40 is a lot. But yeah, 40 is a lot. Alright. Anyways, it looks like we're going to head back. And I believe you want to go... Yeah, I don't think we want to go that way. I think we want to go this way. To go back to save because... Again, I'm fairly... Oh, or wait, what? Okay, maybe I was mistaken here. I might be losing it. We may have wanted to go back, but yeah, we probably did. That's my bad. I thought we wanted to go this way, but I think it's actually back the other way. My bad. At least this is only a bunch of Easterlings. This could have been, you know, another Mumma kill, and then we would have been in some trouble. Oh, my sound effects are horrible. Kind of feel like an arsonist. We've been going halfway, like, well, probably like 75% of the game, just burning everything to the ground with Wheel of Fire. And actually, there is a save point right there, so we didn't have to go back. Okay, well, anyways, let's save here. Let's grab this treasure chest, though, I guess. Easterling Iron Broadaxe. I don't remember if that's good or not. I guess we'll find out in the next video. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Hope these guides are helpful, though, and hope you join me for more. All right, thanks for watching.